Welcome to Daybreak. I'm Joe Young, manager for the Village of Oxford, and we have Joe Frost, the executive director of the Downtown Development Authority, here with us today.
Good morning. How you doing, Joe?
Great, Joe. Glad to have you here again this week, and look forward to sharing with everyone all the many things going on this fall coming up now, and with school starting soon, and our beach is going to be closing. You got until Monday, Labor Day, to go to the beach, where the beach house will be open. Until that time, so the warm weather's still here, and you got a chance to go to the beach and check out the great park. And speaking of parks and enjoying things, we got our concert in the park, our last one coming up, Joe.
This one's coming up next Thursday, the 27th. Unraveled and Zippity Two Dads, their family entertainment group, and just a wide variety of musical entertainment with that group. And don't forget, at the concerts in the park, we have the Oxford Open Air Market vendors.
Right.
We have Oxford Bank that's been joining us. They've been handing out free popcorn.
And doing bubbles.
And doing bubbles.
And it was on the front page of the Leader today, this week. So, and you get balloons too from the Balloon Man. So it's a fun family time. It's a great time to make memories with your family and enjoy the great music. And
enjoy, the last of the good weather before we head into fall.
Yeah, we do want to thank our sponsors for this season this year. We've had 12 concerts in the park, and it's thankful to the contributions from Oxford Bank for their contribution, as well as being at the events. It's Genesis Credit Union. Those are our main sponsors for the event. Of course, the Village of Oxford and the Oxford DDA are sponsors and coordinating. And then we have our 12 restaurants downtown. All of them participated this year, and the flyer and advertising with their phone numbers are still available. So it's a good reference for if you're looking to make a reservation or get a carry-out. You can get this sheet and call their number and put it on your refrigerator. That was kind of the idea here. But 24th Street Tavern was a major sponsor, along with the Oxford Tap. And the Sullivan's Irish Pub, all three of those restaurants are award-winning restaurants. Two of them were named Oakland County Main Street Business of the Year. That's Oxford 24th Street was in 2012, and the Oxford 12th Tap was on last year, 2014. And Sullivan's was named Best Family Restaurant in Southeast Michigan this past summer. So 3 great restaurants to go along with all other restaurants. That's Victoria's Delights, my favorite. It's where I met my wife. Red Naps American Grills, a long-standing fine restaurant. Casa Real, our authentic Mexican cantina and cuisine. Ox Bar and Grill right there on the park. Great viewing for the show. The 5-1 Diner, I'm sorry. They have their new sign up. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Yeah, I was up the other day. And then Golden Dragon Chinese restaurant across the street. Witches down the street, along with the Tokyo Sushi and Thai right on the park, as well as Vendetti's Pizza and Pasta, which also make great no-bake cookies if you haven't tried them yet, and cheesecake and brownies. I can attest to the desserts there. But anyway, I want to thank our sponsors and for all of you coming and enjoying the great time for your family and the music. And if you do have groups to want to suggest bring back, or new groups, give Joe a call.
We're already thinking about next year, and come January we'll be full swing planning concerts again. So if you know of a group, if you're a musician yourself, give us a call, give us an email at dda@villageofoxford.org, and we'll get started for next year.
Right. So that'll be wrapping up our events in August, and then September. Well, we do have other events I want to make sure about for the seniors and others that are interested. We do have senior bingo at the Village Community Center now on Wednesdays from 10:30 to 2:30, and Friday from 12:30 to 2:30. So it's open to anyone to come. It's in the community room. Also on Fridays, I'm sorry, I have this wrong. Thursdays, we have euchre from 1 to 3. But it's Thursdays. I have it wrong here on the list. Anyway, today's euchre day. So if you're interested in that, come on down. Then in September, we start with our events. September 12th, we have an open air vintage air market coming that Chic Antique and Salvage Sisters are putting together. They have over 40 vendors.
That's right, and it's all vintage, vintage market. So antiques, repurposed, reused, little everything.
Right.
I think it's going to be a great event.
And it's a first-time event being put on, similar to the Girlfriends Walk, which, by the way, Girlfriends Walk is coming up on October 28th. It's a Wednesday from 5 to 9 in Centennial Park. So I want to make sure you put on your calendar those dates. We also have on September 19th, we have the 7th annual Gears and Beers bike ride, which is a 30 mile trip going to Lake Orion and Rochester and back. And it starts at noon behind the museum and ends up at 24th Street Tavern. So if you're interested in that, check that out. That's sponsored by Jenna Cass, the Believes in Miracles Foundation. So that's coming up September 12th. On September 28th, the library has a special speaker on Michigan's American Indian history, and that's in concert with the Northeast Oakland Historical Society, the owners and operators of the museum. And they have Dr. Bruce Rubenstein, a historian and lecturer and author, who will be speaking on, he's called it a collision of cultures from pre-white contact through European arrival. So that should be an interesting lecture and series. This event that night, it's Monday, September 28th, at 7 p.m. in the Oxford Public Library. Then October 4th, the fire department, Pete Schultz was just telling us today, from Sunday, October 4th, from noon to 4 is their annual open house event. We have lots of activities and learning experiences for families and children to be aware of, and of course, touring the fire station, and the new expansion is supposed to be ready by then too, their new dormitory area. So that should be exciting. Along with, they have a helicopter arrive during the day too, so that's an exciting time, great time for the family on that day.
Something to not miss, especially if you have youngsters. Not only is it a great opportunity to see the fire trucks, see the helicopter, meet with the firefighters, but I suspect there'll probably be some education there too.
You bet.
It's important for youngsters to know what to do in case of an emergency, and open houses like this.
And you're speaking from experience as a firefighter yourself,
That's right. I was a firefighter in Indiana, Cambridge City Volunteer Fire Department. And once I get settled here in Oxford, I'm going to go talk to Pete.
All right. Well, wonderful. That's awesome. Well, next after the open house, we have October 8th is the Chamber of Commerce Women's Expo at the event, which is at Boulder Point, and that starts at 11 a.m., goes to 6 p.m. It's an annual event. They have close to 70 vendors there, lots of fun things going on, and an enjoyable day for you to take in. Again, that's Wednesday, October 11th from 11 to 6.
And if you're interested in being a vendor, I think those registrations have gone out, so be on the lookout for that, and make sure you get registered.
Right. Then on Friday, well, I must have a wrong date here. Let me see. Yeah, it's Friday. Maybe I got the date wrong here. October 9th. Let me double check. We have the road rally. Here it is. Yeah, it does say October 9th. Friday, October 9th is their annual Halloween road rally. It starts at 5:30 at the Parks and Rec office. It's teams of 4. And it's $25 for residents and $30 for non-resident. A team of 4 is $100 for resident, $120 for non-resident. But it's an evening of puzzles, puzzle solving, and clues, and you're driving around the community, and then they come back for a buffet dinner. If you're interested in that, it's a fun time. Then that's Friday night. Then Saturday, the next day, we have our big Scarecrow Festival.
It's going to be a busy day. There's a few things going on.
Yeah, that weekend, you bet. Yeah. Joe, you have the downtown DDA Scarecrow Festival, annual festival.
The Scarecrow Festival is going to run from 10 to 4. And if you're not familiar with that, we have Scarecrows contestants all throughout the community. So bring the kids. There'll be face painting. There'll be costume contest. A pep parade, but also that day is the Dirt Road Derby.
Oh, yes.
That's being put on by Kerry Collins and Merge Studio, and that Dirt Road Derby is a 40-mile gravel race bicyclist, and so they're anticipating a great turnout. Doing that same day as Scarecrow to hopefully get more people downtown that day.
All right, well, we're going to wrap up this session. We'll come back and give some more updates on activities going on to enjoy this fall. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your local business.
Your police department.
Your local business.
Your Village of Oxford.
The schools.
Your parks and recreation.
Your community.
the community.
Only on OC TV.
You're watching Oxford Community Television, keeping it local.
Daybreak with Joe Young and Joe Frost. One of the update is a correction on one of the events I mentioned for the Women's Expo by the Chamber of Commerce. That's a Thursday, October 8th. I had the right date, but the wrong day. Thursday, October 8th. And then we mentioned on the 9th, you got the Road Rally. Friday, you got the Scarecrow Festival. And the Scarecrow Festival, the theme this year for the Scarecrows for the businesses and residents, if you want to participate, there's forms available through the DDA. And this year the theme is your favorite Wildcats.
That's right. Favorite Wildcats, tying it into the school mascot. Mascot.
Or could be your favorite activity or event, sports or chess or, equestrian. You could make it any Wildcat.
Whatever you want. Be creative.
Right, because it's a great time now with school starting. We thought we'd get more people interested in it. Maybe even the schools could have their own scarecrows. I think a couple of groups do have their own. And it's a competition, so you have a chance to be recognized, and it'll be a great event that day. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have Oxford Farm and Garden is going to have their
inflatable slide and obstacle course.
Right, and their corn maze.
Ride from Centennial Park up to Merge Studios. Merge and Idle a While are sponsors in this as well, so there'll be face painting going on and costume contests.
Right. And we mentioned about Merge having the Derby. They're also Nike Derby in the morning, which starts early, I think.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. And then they're also going to have the children's costume contest over there, and some crafts and activities, I'm sure, and fun things to do over there. So it's a great day, and be sure to plan on that for Saturday, October 10th. Then on October 24th, a couple weeks later, we have the Parks and Rec annual Jack-O-Lantern Jamboree. It's Saturday. It starts right at 11 a.m. and it's at the Oakwood Lake Township Park, which is 550 Oakwood Drive, north of town here. There's an $8 fee for residents and $10 for non-residents. They have hay rides. There's pumpkin patch you go through. There's a treat trail. There's ciders and donuts. And you can wear your costume, bring your camera for a fun-filled day on the nature trails of Oakwood Lake Township Park. Again, that's Saturday, October 24th. And we mentioned about the Girlfriends Walk coming up on October 28th. So we got lots of great things coming up.
Lots of things.
The Chamber of Commerce has got some events coming up too. They have their Buffalo Wild Wings is going to be their next mixer on Thursday, August 27th. That's from 5 to 7. There's also, let's see, they also have a luncheon coming up on September 10th at the Buffalo Wild Wings also, and that's going to be with the speaker Matt Gibb, who's the Oakland County Deputy Executive Director for Economic Development. Matt Gibb used to be the Township Supervisor in Orion. He'll be speaking that day. There is a fee for that event. Then their next Coffee Connect is September 1st at 8 a.m. at Tim Hortons Cold Stone Creamery right here just by Myers. So that's again Tuesday, September 1st.
And all those events are great networking opportunities.
Yes, they are.
So get out, get into the community, meet your fellow business owners and residents. I'm looking forward to those events, Joe.
Yeah, and on their the weekly update at the Chamber, they're also put in here about TTI is having a community indoor garage sale Saturday, September 19th from 9 a.m. to 3. And that's at 1500 South Lapeer Road. That's the Oxford, I think it's called Oxford Mills subdivision or plaza there, where Guido's Pizza and Jimmy John's, I think it's in that plaza there, so if you're interested. Then the Chamber also has got the annual Christmas parade coming. We have our Soup and Sweet Stroll on that Friday, December 4th. And that's from 5 to 9, a great event.
The Christmas parade is December 5th.
The next day, Saturday. And they're having a name the theme contest for the Christmas parade this year. We're asking for local children to have any ideas to come up with a theme for the parade. Last year, I think it was heroes, superheroes. So there's an entry form available. We need to have your entries in by September 14th. So if you want to get your kids to come up with some ideas of what they'd like to see the Christmas parade theme this year, get hold of the chamber or get them into us. So we're going to mention that. That's enough of events and updates. Joe, you want to give us some updates on how the DDA is doing and what they're into and about?
There's a lot of things going on. One of the things we just recently did at our most recent board meeting is, it's been many months long process, but taking a look at our mission and vision statements. And as many of you know, our DDA operates as a Main Street Oakland County community. We operate on that 4-point Main Street approach. And as part of that, we get evaluated from time to time on how well we're doing and how to tweak things. And so we took a look at our mission and vision statement and came up with something more to the point. It's not completely new, it's just something a little more succinct and to the point. And I'll just read it real quick. The Oxford DDA is dedicated to the promotion, development, and historic preservation of downtown Oxford. Right there in a nutshell, what downtown development is all about: promotion, development, and the preservation of our architectural resources.
Right. We want our businesses to prosper, and we want to maintain our historic character and charm.
That's right. That sense of place. That's not
Exactly.
sort of that's that intangible kind of, the feeling you get when you're downtown, It's kind of hard to explain. But another thing we just did is created a newsletter. It's an e-letter, and it's called The Downtowner, and we're going to be doing that the second Wednesday of every month right now. See what the response is, and if we need to put out another one twice a month, we'll kind of play it by ear. So in there's going to be an available property, a property that's either for sale or lease that's being featured, and then a few articles, and all of that. It's a digital format, so those articles can have links back to our website or our Facebook page or to a particular event or whatever's going on. So we're going to try that and see how it goes.
Right. Well, you mentioned a vision statement. We also have the vision statement too.
That's right. I didn't mention the vision, and I should, because the mission is what we're doing sort of day to day, and why we exist. The vision is the long-term goal. What do we want to see? And the vision of downtown development is to create a sustainable and dynamic community by enhancing the sense of place in downtown Oxford as a quality destination for businesses and residents. And so that's what we're striving to enhance really the quality of life for everybody involved.
Right. That's everybody working together, the businesses, the residents, and along with the DDA and the chamber and the village and Parks and Rec.
Right. And you'll see those mission and vision statements coming out. They'll be on the newsletter, they're going to be on our website, and they even throw them up on our agenda for our meetings. So we're all familiar with it.
Well, speaking of business, you want to speak about some upcoming business items and things we're working on? The DDA's got a development agreement.
There's a lot of developments going on, but we even got a meeting later on about the East Burdick Street development with Dave Weckel to hash out some of the details there. DDA, to incentivize that project, we're going to be swapping some parcels of land, and there's a few more going on too, which we'll save for the third section.
Yep. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you.
OCTV is our community.
Hi, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles.
Join Terry and me with the Oxford Weekly News broadcast on our Charter 191 and AT&T Channel 99, Monday through Friday, noon, 6:30, and 11 p.m.
Learn about local news in the Addison Township, Leonard, and Oxford viewing areas. News not usually covered by other stations.
If you don't have Charter or AT&T service, you can still catch our programs on your computer just by going to the website occtv.org and click on Programs. There you will find our programs and many others of local interest.
Watch OCTV where your news is closer to home.
back to Daybreak with Joe Young and Joe Frost. We're just talking about developments going on and DDA being involved with the Dave Weckel East Burdick Mill Street project,
Yeah.
which would involve 3 buildings
Three
potentially.
brand new buildings downtown, and potentially 3-story buildings.
Right, of which the top floor will be condos.
Yeah.
So if anybody's interested in downtown condominiums,
Right, if you want to live downtown, you could walk out the front door of your house and be right downtown, right where all the activity
yeah,
is.
so it's an exciting time. We got a lot of other things going on too with developments happening with, we got a new plan that came in yesterday, the Brain Balance
Okay.
Achievement Center is going into the former site of HealthQuest, which is 53 South Washington. So
Okay.
that's going to be a tutoring center. It'll be interesting to see how that comes about. In that building, there is 1,000 square foot office in the back that's separate that is available to rent if someone's looking for 1,000 square foot office area as well. We've got Lori's Pet Paradise is moving into 24th Street, South Washington. It used to be next to Salvage Sisters. They're moving in there. We got plans submitted for development of that site. Heavenly Sent Room Carrying north of town is looking to move into the White House Village Shops project soon. The Villa de Gucci is looking to move across the street to where the former PKS karate facility was. So they're looking to do that. So we've got a number of plans going on and being reviewed and worked on. And I know up at Marketplace, they're also looking to do expansion there to this new vapor shop coming in next to the Wild Bill's Tobacco Shop. And they do have some space available up there too at Marketplace. So we have relatively few places available. I know Roger Knapp's been talking with you about the former curve site.
The former curve site, 21 North Washington. He's going to be doing some work to that property, but getting that ready for a tenant as well. So if you're looking for a place to locate your business or start a new business,
Yes.
because maybe there's some folks out in the community who have often thought about being small business owners, but you just haven't taken that leap yet. It might be a good time. There's places, and one of the things we're working on with the DDA is getting a list of available properties that will be on our website. So just another resource.
Well, those are vacant office buildings, but also vacant properties too.
Vacant properties,
They build brand
if you
new.
want to build brand new, infill construction, or locate in a storefront, the opportunities are there.
Right. Well, and we've got the 2 microbreweries coming. We showed last week the Homegrown Brewing has got a business plan put together, and they're looking to open next year. Then we have the Falling Down, which I believe they're still looking to open up this fall yet. So they're going to be just a couple doors from each other. And the quadrant we're in, Red Knapp's is, and up at the north end there. So it'll be exciting to get 2 new businesses and bring in some new people into town. So we'll have our potentially 13th and 14th restaurant in the downtown with these 2 businesses coming in. So
and they're going to be microbrews. So
right.
for those of you who are beer connoisseurs, these two businesses shouldn't be missed.
Right. Well, and then I believe the Homegrown, we're looking at possibly doing their own wine too.
Yeah, that's what they said.
So,
their own wine, their own beer, and they're a local family who've been doing microbrewing for a while, and they've just got to the point where they want to bring this to downtown.
Right, and then from a housing development standpoint, we're 98 Glassby. We have 3.5 acres. We're working with a developer to look at 76 housing units, a 3-story, 36-unit townhouse, and then a 40-unit single-family homes on that property. It's an $8 million project. We're looking at to go to the council at the September meeting and hopefully get that happening. So that'll be a great addition to the village and economic development from having 76 new families in town over the next few years, as well as the investment right there on the lake and the park, and only 2 blocks from downtown.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Lots of opportunities to people to look into. So one thing I did want to mention before we leave, should have mentioned, the sound issues you may have heard on the previous session, the noise in the background, some activity going in the parking lot in back we couldn't avoid, but I apologize for the inconvenience if you had a little trouble hearing us. Hopefully Joe and I are talking loud enough for you. But just wanted to mention that. On the village front, we got a couple changes coming in on September 1. We'll be getting a new rubbish collection firm. Republic Services is going to be taking over September 1. And they'll be doing residential collection just as it is now. They will be providing a 65-gallon toter for recycling. So instead of having to use the 7-gallon bins, which are a little bit cumbersome and maybe not big enough sometimes, but also to encourage people to recycle more, we're going to have these, you have a bit free, delivered to your home, these 65-gallon toters. So you don't have to take them out every week unless they're full. If you don't want to have them, just let us know and we'll arrange to have them taken back. But they're free, it's including your bill, and your bill will be going down. You're currently paying $12.40. It will be going down to $9.89 for rubbish collection, and that includes yard waste and recycling, as well as our collection thing as it is on Thursday. So there'll be more information coming on that, and they do pick up yard waste, as I mentioned. And also in September, we're looking to change our building inspection services to be through McKenna and Associates. McKenna currently is our village planner services, but they also have an inspection services division where they have over 18 communities that they are already providing inspection services to. So we're going to be transferring that over probably by September 1, where it's all going to be coordinated and consolidated through one firm. And we'll be still handling the applications through the village and permits. So we're looking forward to improving and enhancing our business development processing, and as part of our One Stop Ready program to be more business friendly and expeditious in getting things done, and of course according to the state code and meeting all the safety requirements, as well as zoning. So we'll have one firm handling the zoning, planning, and then the actual construction and permitting. So hopefully that will streamline and make things flow better.
And McKenna's also going to be helping us out on another
Oh yes, you're right.
They're going to be helping us out on the master plan, which has to be renewed every 5 years.
Right.
And so that planning is going to be starting soon.
Yeah.
Are there going to be public hearings and
Oh yes,
like that
definitely.
as well?
Absolutely. For the master plan and the Parks and Rec plan. And one of the things I was going to mention, if you're interested in volunteering and being involved in any of these activities or events, including the master plan or the events coming up, just give us a call at the village or the DDA. The village office number is 248-628-2543, and the DDA number is
248-770-8587.
And of course we have our websites and our emails are on there. So or stop in the office, see Joe and I. We do have a one-stop set up in the village where at 22 West Burdick we have the DDA office. We have the Chamber of Commerce office. We have Parks and Rec right in the same area. Then you have the village offices, including Water and Development, and of course our police department. And now we have our senior center there. So
Yeah.
we've got a lot going on there. And then we have our evening group that meets in the back fire hall. We have Polly and Trail that works out of our office. So a lot going on in our little center there. So stop by sometime. And again, give us a call if you're interested in being involved in anything. I don't know, Joe, I guess the one thing we could talk about is our signs, too, a minute. We had the Planning Commission refer to the DDA about these LED message signs, and we came up with some criteria the other day.
That's right. The Planning Commission wanted the input from the Downtown Development Association, the board, and all that. So we've come up with some recommendations. We're going to be sending that to the Planning Commission, and really to put some parameters on how electronic signs are used, but also to hopefully allow for projecting signs in addition to the wall signs. So if you have a wall sign on your property, but also want one of those blade signs, kind of hangs outside.
See it from the road.
That's something that we're looking at amending as well. But so stay tuned for more information from the Planning Commission on those details.
Right. Well, we're going to wrap up today's Daybreak program. Joel, great to be with you here, and thanks for your input. And just give us a call or stop in and enjoy the summer, and we'll see you next week. All right? Thank you.
Thank you.